This video is brought to you by John Robson Guitar Tuition. If you enjoy the content, please consider supporting the channel by enrolling on a course, purchasing some guitar lessons or a t-shirt, or you can join my Patreon. Now, on with the show. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. That was me having a stab at the solo from Mark Knopfler's What It Is. It comes from his, I think, second solo album from the year 2000. The album was entitled Sailing to Philadelphia. And out of his solo work, I think that's probably the best album. So if you're not familiar with it, go and check it out. It's for me, it's the only one of his solo albums that has that sort of Dire Straits feel to it for some reason. But anyway, I digress. That was what the solo sounded like, and this is what's going on in the solo.
Solo explanation.
Right, so usually at this point I tell you about the chord sequence that we're playing over, and I am going to get to that. But I'll just mention here that in the past, whenever I've done Mark Knopfler solo analyses, I've always thought, well, I'm not going to do a Mark Knopfler impersonation. And that meant I would usually kind of play the same notes, hopefully, as he did, but I'd do it with one of these, a plectrum. This is a solo really here where you've got to play a la Knopfler with your fingers, because just some of the licks would be really tricky using a pick. I found them tricky anyway. But now, anyway, onto the chord sequence. We're in the key of F sharp minor here, the relative minor of the key of A major. The chords that we've got are F sharp minor, D, E and A. And they're arranged into this chord sequence like this. 2, 3, 4. As you can probably hear, I've got a little bit of compression on here, just the old Boss CS3 compression sustainer. It just really does kind of make the, that kind of clean lead part have the same sort of punch as if you were kind of using an overdriven sound, and it cuts through a lot nicer, and that's why I'm using it. As you can see, I'm also using the closest thing I own to a Strat these days, the Fender Nashville Telecaster. I'm on the middle and neck pickups. So let's take a quick look at what's going on in the solo in terms of scale positions and a few kind of licks that we're going to cherry pick and have a look at. Most of the solo takes place around this pentatonic box here, F sharp minor pentatonic. Position 1, but we're adding in a couple of notes into that. We're adding in a G sharp note here and here in a couple of places, and then we have a brief little trip up to the 7th fret, which would be, I guess, position 3. Of F sharp minor pentatonic, where we kind of sneak in this D note here. So if you take the overall note content of the solo, it's basically an F sharp natural minor scale, or an A major scale if you want to call it like that, but for most of the solo, we are just focusing on the main 5 pentatonic notes. So let's have a little bit of a look. I'm just referring to the tab here at how we open up the solo. We've got a nice little motif that we, a little hook that becomes quite significant as we go into the solo, that we open things up with. It goes like that, sort of going up a little bit into position 2 of the scale. And like you can see, it's just a typical little Knopfler kind of thing, including that sort of double bend thing that he tends to do quite a lot of. That sort of thing. There's another one of those coming up in a moment. Yeah, here it is. It's the next lick where we do, this is what I was really talking about, where you bend up, return to pitch, and then back up again, all with one movement. And it's things like that that the compressor really kind of helps you kind of keep that note going throughout that sort of down and up kind of pitch movement. The next lick I want to look at really is the one that when I was listening to the solo, I'm thinking, oh yeah, that's going to take a little bit of doing. It's this one. It's the one where it goes that there, like that. And it's kind of, this is the lick that I started off trying to play it with a pick, and I thought, nah, yeah, it's got to be fingers for this. It's kind of like a banjo roll kind of technique. And it's, what we're doing is open 5th string, hammer onto the 4th fret, and then 2nd fret on the 4th and 3rd string. So we get like that. And then we come back to this C sharp note, 4th fret on the 5th string, and we play that, followed by the 2nd fret on the 4th, 3rd and 2nd strings. So you're getting... And at this point here, this is where you're going to change position with this hand and come down to the top 3 strings, because we do a hammer on 2nd fret to 4th fret on the 3rd string, and then we come down the top 2 strings, 1st and 2nd strings at the 2nd fret, and then pull off 5 to 2 on the 2nd string, and then conclude the lick on the 4th fret on the 3rd string. Actually concludes on the 2nd fret of that string there. So it basically, that final part of the lick goes. So we string it all together and you get... And then something like that. I just basically worked that up to speed with a metronome to get it up to, I think it's 122 beats per minute the solo is played at. After that, that's when we have this brief little trip up to the 7th fret. See, there's that D note coming in. And that's pretty much all we've got to say about that up there. Just this, watch out for this little kind of twiddly bit. Then we're back down to our sort of home base position here. This is where we get, this next lick is where we get one of the G sharp notes coming in. So we get like that. So we're bending up to the F sharp at the 5th fret on the 2nd string. Little pull off to an open string there. And then lovely little lick that there, using those triplets. There's a few places in the solo where he puts that sort of triplet feel in. Another little tricky part of the lick of the solo. Now this lick here is another one that I had to sort of work up to speed with a solo, with a metronome rather. It goes, let's have a look. So after that triplety kind of thing, so you're hitting the F sharp twice at the 4th fret on the 4th string, and then there's your next kind of little group of 16th notes: G sharp, F sharp, G sharp, A, and then concluding on the E note at the 5th fret on the B string, and we're kind of into the home stretch now really for this solo, because after that, yeah, we've got this note here which he kind of fades in either with a volume control. I used a volume pedal, and then so that's like that. That kind of volume swell is another kind of thing that Knopfler does quite a bit. Then remember that motif, that hook that we kicked the solo off with, after that, we've got this little bit here, just a kind of a walk down a pentatonic scale, really. And there's that G sharp coming in there, again there for that little final lick there. So that's going to go. And that's the solo. A beautiful sense of phrasing here, lots of kind of call and response, question and answer sort of stuff going on, and quite a few of those little Knopfler-y bend sort of things like that. And as soon as I heard this solo, it was been ages since I'd heard it, and as soon as I heard it again, I thought, yeah, I must take a bit of a look at that, and that's what we've been doing today. So now you know what's going on, go away and have some fun with it. And as always, you can find a full tab in both Guitar Pro and PDF formats, along with a clip of me playing the solo and a jam track for you to play along with for yourself, and that explanation clip you've just seen there. All of that is up on my Patreon page. There's the address, and the link is in the description. $3 or £2.50 a month gets you access to all of these additional resources and goodies that go along with these YouTube videos. A massive thank you to everyone who supports me in that or any of the other ways, all of which are linked down below in the description. And that is pretty much it for today, folks. Hope you've enjoyed the video and found it useful and informative in some small way. And if that's the case, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so. Why not drop me a like while you're at it? Don't forget the live stream every Friday, 5 PM UK time. You know what happens there. We drink beer and talk about music and guitar and whatever else crops up. It's a great way to kick off the weekend, and I'd love to see you there if you can make it. But for now, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.